Okay, seems we're finally live. Sorry for this delay in the beginning. Welcome back to Developer Habits and welcome back to the stream of Building Developer Habits blog. My name is Getmar. I'm a developer from Estonia, and today we are going to continue building Developer Habits blog. So if you don't know, this stream at the moment is about, as I said, creating the blog for Developer Habits, but it's basically divided into three main steps. The first step was about designing the blog, which was done last week. This week, we are building the front end using Gatsby and ReactJS for the blog. And in the final week, the third week, we are going to integrate what we are doing this week with StrapiCMS using GraphQL and what else is needed. To be more specific, what we are going to do today, I'm gonna now share my screen. So this is the design that we have for the blog. It's a landing page. Let me zoom in so you can see what we have. So the main goal for today is to build this block here, the featured article part. It has the image and it has some information on the right side also. But before that, I'd like to go over through what we did yesterday. So firstly, yesterday I had a small problem at the end of the stream, and I'd like to now show you how I fixed it. But basically, I hope you can see, but I was trying to install some fonts for myself, or actually one font, Roboto, using Gatsby's own. Sorry, I'm having problems with getting the correct window. Okay, so I was following Gatsby.js own tutorial for installing new fonts from Google, and I did it using this package, typefaces. And after following the guidelines, I started to get some errors, and the error was that Gatsby plugin style components, the npm package that I had installed before, wasn't resolved, or that it didn't exist. But basically how I solved the problem was that I just reinstalled my Node modules and everything started to work. Also, I did improve my header a bit, so let me show you. So basically I also added this hover effect, added the correct font and some spacing, but nothing too hard here. Also the search icon, which doesn't do anything at the moment, but basically this is the boilerplate for the header. I can already see that the alignment here must be improved, so I will do that after the stream, so it will be okay by tomorrow. We also have Rajesh in our stream, which is really cool. Rajesh also participated in the stream yesterday and gave some information about stuff that I wasn't able to explain from my heart. But Rajesh, really nice to have you here again. Before I start developing, I'd also like to tell you that I set up a linter using, again, the tutorial that Gatsby has on their page. It's really simple. You just install some packages, you can add your own necessary styles and rules if you want to, and basically that's it. That needs to be refactored a bit to be more consistent. But anyways, now, for example, whenever I do, for example, console log, I will get an error. So I I can show you console log, blah, blah, blah. And the linter says, hey, yo, the console log is unexpected. So just an example. There are other rules that I force for myself. For example, I need to have semicolon at the end of different statements and lines because, well, it's the coding convention I'm going for. And also something I didn't mention yesterday was that I'm not gonna dive into the mobile version during this week. I may do extra sessions on the 4th week to also show you how I developed the mobile version, but I'm not going to do live developing for building mobile version because I don't have a design for that and I want to play around with it. But I will definitely make a session showing how I did and what I did. That said, today's goal is to build this block, so let's get going. Firstly, what we should take a look at is how we can divide this component into smaller parts. So we are going to build the featured article part, meaning I'm just gonna create a rectangle around it so it's easier to see what we are going to build. But basically, this part here. As you can see, it has an image on the left side and some boxes on the right side. It has an author part and also the date added. It has the title with some background, some intro text, and also some categories as inline text. To be honest, I haven't thought about how to solve it, so it's going to be interesting. Well, the first thing I can say is that the wrapper of the component can probably be like a flexbox, and it will have two items, like the image parts on left and some other component on the right side. And this component, this box here, can be a separate component that includes, well, another component, the icon and the author data. Then you can have the title and the other parts. So let's see how it goes. I'm gonna firstly include it on the index.js, and then we can, at the end, we can do some refactoring. But at the moment, I'm gonna build it just in index.js. So this is the page that we have, and I'd like to see some content, but there's none at the moment visible. Let's see if it exists in DOM. No, it doesn't exist in DOM, it seems. Okay, but if okay, let's do it that way. So there is no content visible at the moment, probably because we aren't displaying anything in layout.js. Yep. So what I forgot to do is add children here. So now everything that's put inside the tags of layout will get displayed. So this part now should be visible. Yes, it is. So what we're going to do now is we have to create the layout. I'm thinking how to solve the layout problem because, well, we want content to be centered, as can be seen in the design, but there are places where we want to have those blocks with 100% width. So I'm thinking how to solve that. And we can do it so that layout doesn't take care of centering the content, but actually you can wrap each block inside, or you can wrap each block with like layout, let's say block component that takes care of centering and giving background to the block. Actually, I'm gonna use the word section. Section makes more sense than block. So we're gonna have like a wrapper section components in React that takes care of centering the content, adding the background, and so on. So that will be the first thing we do. Create a section component that takes in children, and in our case at the moment centers the content. So what we can do is I'm gonna create a new component, and it's gonna be called section wrap. Section.js. So this will always be our section. We want to import React from React, and we want to export default. No, actually I have to declare the component first, and we have to use arrow functions. That's the we're going to declare the function as a variable because that's the convention I'm going for. Let's call it section, and it equals, and so what do we want to do now? And this section is gonna be, well, actually it's gonna be a div, and export default section. Just to test things out, at the moment I'm gonna not add any styles. I just want to see if the creation of the file works as intended. So I'm gonna import the section component section, and so how it should work is something like that. And we should see hello displayed on the page, and it is displayed. Nice. And that's the section component now that we are seeing. Yep. So now we can style this component. Let's import the constants, because in constants we have declared the page width. And also, yeah, I'm not going to do any coloring parts at the moment because we don't need it. I'm just going to import page width. Page width from constants. And now what I'm going to do is create the wrapper section. Oh, also I need to import styled components. Import styled from styled components. Thanks Rajesh for the encouragement. He said I will definitely get. He said he will help me to get 1,000 subscribers next month. Nice. Yeah, starting out with a YouTube channel is quite hard, but I really hope I can provide some useful content for you guys. So let's see. Anyways, I imported styled components. Now I'm going to create the wrapper for this section block. So I'm going to call it section wrapper, and it's going to be a styled component that will have 100% of width, height will be auto, and display will be block. And inside section wrapper, we can have already its content. So section content, and that will also be a div, but it's gonna have width auto, but max width will be page width, and that's because we don't want the section content to be wider than 1400 pixels. And the content should be well, let's give it margin left auto and margin right auto. Actually no, section should, I'm going to by the philosophy that the content of section takes care of the spacing. So section doesn't care about spacing. It just makes sure that content is centered. Now, how it's going to play out together is that we're going to have section wrapper, and inside section wrapper we have section content, and here we have children. Let's see how it works. Hopefully it works. Please work. So Rajesh said, try to use Gatsby images for the images. It improves the performance. Gatsby images. Let's see. Gatsby. Rajesh, do you mean the Gatsby image package that's installed here? Because I believe there was some kind of yeah, Gatsby images package that came with a boilerplate. But I guess we will get to that part today. Just for the sake of demoing how the sections and stuff work, I'm gonna change the page width to 400 pixels, so or 900 pixels, so we can see that the content is centered as it's supposed to. Okay, Rajesh said that that's the package he meant. Oh, and I forgot to add pixels here. So now the content here is really nicely centered. So the next thing I can change it back to 1400, the width of the page. So now that we have a section wrapper, we can start working on the component itself. So this component will be the child element inserted into section inside in index.js file. So how we're going to do that? So I'm gonna play around in index.js and then later move things around. So I'm gonna import styled components to index.js. Styled components. And so firstly we need a wrapper for the component, right? So it's gonna be, let's call it featured article wrapper. The thing with me, maybe someone can argue with me, but I usually, if I have to decide how I name my variables, it's one of the hardest things to do, but I usually go for like descriptive names. So when you read the code, you understand from as you were reading a poem, you understand what's going on. So featured article wrapper kind of makes sense what it is. And for the featured article wrapper, it's gonna have a width of 100%. It's gonna be display flex. And basically that's it at the moment. Then we're gonna have featured article. Actually, I'm not sure if it has to be flex. Okay. No, yeah, I want to center some content. So featured article image. So now we're gonna create the image for featured article, and that will be flex. So I don't want it to grow, I don't want it to shrink. No, I do want it to shrink. No, I don't want it to shrink, and I want it to have I'm gonna calculate the percentage of the width of the image. So the whole thing is 1400 pixels, and the image is, how much is image? Image is 800. So let's do a calculation. 100 divided by 1400 times 800, so 57%. I'm gonna round it to 55. So this is the width of the image, and height should be auto. Now, sorry for changing my mind, but I'm gonna make it the div that has a background image instead. Then we have more control over the image, and we're gonna give it a height of 480 pixels. As you can see, when they aren't rounded numbers, then I just round them to beautiful numbers, because I'm the designer here, so I have that power. So now that we have the image, we should also try adding background image. Now I haven't tried out how to add background image here, so let's see if I can do it just by I really don't know how to add the background image in Gatsby, but let's see if it works like that. Jason Lengstorff. I will check out that channel, because, well, I need to if I am building here and showing others how to build, I also need to educate myself. So thank you, Rajesh. I will definitely check it out. Because my current knowledge about Gatsby and GraphQL comes from, well, by reading the documentation during the weekend. So there's a lot to be learned and a lot to be practiced, but it's nice to have smart people here to give good resources for learning. Also, I'm gonna specify background size, and I'm gonna make it cover, and background position will be center. So now, in theory, we have a featured article wrapper. Actually, I'm gonna do it like that. I'm gonna create another React component, const featured article equals, so it's easier to move it around later. And I'm gonna return it right away, so I don't need the curly braces. I guess that's how they are called in English. Featured article wrapper, and inside featured article wrapper we're gonna have featured article image. I'm also gonna change the background of image at the moment. so we could see what works, what doesn't. Background color will be black because it's so dark. I should start making DC jokes. So featured article image, and here we're gonna add featured article. I thought I'm gonna have this stream for like 1 hour, but it seems it's gonna take longer. Let's see. I like to get the main things done. So it seems the image is not working. What if we do it like that? Yeah, I can't set background color like that. So let's quickly see from Gatsby tutorial. Css Background Image. So let's see, background CSS. Importing media content. So basically, what I want to find out is how I can get the background image for my component. Because at the moment we have no background image because. Oh wait. Maybe we can get it. Maybe I mistyped. No, get merge JPG. Where does that one come from? Static. Aha. If I do it like that, does it work? No, it doesn't. But yeah, what I was thinking, if because this image here comes from static logo, so I should be able to do static get merge shape. Nope, not that easy, I guess. Doesn't work like that. Let's open that in a new file. Give a try to Gatsby image. Yes, that's what I should do actually. But so let's see. So I can just take that image as a query, I guess. So this is the component that came with the Gatsby boilerplate, and there's this Gatsby image package that we can check out quickly how it works. And so what it does is it queries the image, and it seems there's also maximum width specified, and then finally you get the image as into your data variable, and you can use it. So let's see. Gatsby image. Gatsby image is a React component specially designed to work seamlessly with Gatsby's GraphQL queries. Okay. So let's try to utilize it. And so what we should do is get some code from here. Import the necessary stuff. Yeah. I'm like, when I need to concentrate, it's really hard to say something smart. So that's why I'm so silent at the moment. But let's try to get this to work. So we're gonna return that part. I'm trying to think how to structure stuff. Okay, I guess that's good. Okay. And now we're gonna check how to make use of that image. So let's see if we can get this data. I'm gonna get more.jpg, or however it is pronounced, JPG. I'm gonna get the width of my image, let's say 800 pixels. I'm gonna change that to featured image. Actually, I'm gonna change it to featured. So I'm gonna worry about naming once I get it to work. How I usually develop is I get the minimum viable thing working, and then see if it worked, and then just rename stuff. Like this should be when you start solving a problem, at least from my point of view, you should try to solve the problem as soon as possible in really small chunks. When you get one chunk done, refactor. When you get another chunk done, refactor. And in the end, when everything is done, give it like again, a new look, and try to refactor even further. That's it. Try not to over optimize stuff. So, and where does this image tag come from? From Gatsby image. Okay. So this is the image here. Let's see how does it display it. I'm gonna put it here. I'm gonna replace that part, and let's see. In theory, nope, it doesn't work at the moment. Maybe I did something incorrectly. Let's see the example. Everything cool from here. Let's see, console.info data and data. Oh yeah. But featured article, unexpected. Yeah, obviously. I do want to use the console at the moment, so I'm gonna comment it out. An image element was lazy loaded, with loading lazy but had no dimension specified. But still, that's not the problem we are having at the moment, I believe. just to make sure that I have everything correctly. I'm querying it using placeholder. No, you can't use, Rajesh commented that no, you can't use featured because you are querying it using placeholder. Okay. So should I do that? That's why reading documentation is is so much better. Aha, placeholder. Okay. In image, change the feature to placeholder, but I did it exactly as they did it in the image tag. Shouldn't it work? So I'm gonna use exactly the same thing. Placeholder image. Placeholder image. Unexpected console statement. Let's remove that. Still not working. In image, change the feature to placeholder. Let's try with logo.png just to try it out. Let's see the documentation. How to use. So here they have file, relative path. So Rajesh gave a suggestion to check out GraphQL queries. And let's see, we need placeholder. I assume somewhere there should be like placeholder. Query my query. Gonna query field placeholder image. And then copy query from there. Okay. But should I have the image data somewhere here? So let's see. That's the query. No, I've never used that interface before, so please bear with me. I should be able to run the GraphQL queries here, right? Maybe it's in files. All file, absolute path. Interesting, relative path. File relative path. File relative path equals. Okay, so basically I can use that interface to build my queries, right, and check them right away. Okay. But where are, like, how can I find the page? How can I find how to run those queries. Can I just do something like that? This is really embarrassing. I quickly check the documentation of Gatsby image, because well, they have it working here, I assume. So you import the Gatsby image, you have the query here, so file, let's see, query file, then they give the path, relative path, and they import a fixed image. Okay, child image sharp. So let's see what is our query doing. I'm gonna copy this part and compare it with our codes. So we have query. I'm gonna remove this placeholder part. Relative path equals logo.png. Then we have child image sharp fluid. Okay, more or less the same. The query, and now how to implement it is that you have data and data file, child image sharp and fluid. So that maybe works. Let's see. Nope. I'm really bamboozled at the moment. Because basically I did the same thing. That's a good point. Maybe I should make it so that page is images logo.png. Cannot read property child image sharp of null. Seems like the path is correct, because otherwise it will start screaming at me. But can we see what's the value of data? So let's see. Data file child image sharp fluid. I mean, it exists here. Data file child image sharp fluid. Data file child image sharp fluid. Maybe I am just doing something else incorrectly. The problem maybe in my code or whatever. So let's try it like that. Okay, yeah, as you can see, I did something else incorrectly. Maybe I wasn't displaying out something, or so now the image isn't visible. If I just return the image itself, it's visible. So what I'm going to do is turn this image into a separate component. Const featured image. Oh god, this part needs refactoring, and I'm gonna just at the moment do it like that. Rajesh, thank you for helping with debugging this thing. This is what just happened was actually one of the reasons why I was really hesitant to do live coding, because there are things I don't know, and I should have like gone to the documentation right away. But let's see, maybe we can proceed nicely now. So let's see if it works like that. No. Console.log data. So we are getting the file. Let's check the React components that we have. So featured image. There's an image, but it's just not displayed. Why? Did I have a typo somewhere? Max width. I'm really bamboozled. Can I? Featured image. I'm thinking if I pass in the data, to my featured article image, would it work then? So what I mean, trying out something like return featured article image, give it a source, and source would be data. But no, probably it won't work because file child image sharp fluid base. It could work if I do it like that. If I get the source of this image. So data file child image sharp dot fluid dot source. Let's see if it works. Missing a semicolon. In the end, this is what we wanted, right? To have the background for image in CSS, but still I'm not satisfied why the image didn't work like that. But at the moment I'm gonna make use of start components props, because this is what I was aiming for anyways. And let's see if it works. Yep, it works. I'm gonna come back to, I'm gonna figure out what how you can use those images after the stream, because I don't want to spend time at the moment, and I'm gonna let you know tomorrow. So I'm gonna add myself a to-do which has a warning so I won't forget. Check how to return the image using image component. So the goal will be to find out how I can display that part nicely. But at the moment we got what we wanted, the background of the image. So let's move on with that. So now we have featured image. Actually, we don't even yeah, we have everything that we need, so I can remove that. So now we have featured image, and on the other side we would like to have what was I already forgot. So now we are going to build this part. What I'm thinking is that this white box can take whatever space is left from the image and additionally add 80 pixels to its width. And then we can move it just a bit on the to overlay with the image. So let's see if we can do that and how easy it will be. So what I'm going to do now is create the component featured article card, and this card will be reusable, by the way, the styles that we create here, but I usually do it so I build something and then see how I can make it more reusable. So let's do it that way here also. So it will be display flex, it will have width auto, I will give it flex grow 1, shrink 0, and auto flex basis. I'm gonna give it just to get, actually I'm not gonna give it any specific height, but I'm gonna add padding, like how much padding should it have? If I remember correctly it was 50, yeah, I thought it's 40. Okay, padding 50 pixels, box sizing, border box, and now let's see. Also, just to test it out, I'm gonna add some background. Featured card article. Let's see. I'm gonna add some Estonian hello hello. So this is the box that we just created, and now I want to give it extra 80 pixels, as I said, and move it a bit. But I'm thinking if I should have featured article card wrapper and inside have a content, because we want this content to be vertically centered. And we don't want it to be like 100% width. We want the width be based on the content itself. So let's try Rajesh, that's a really good idea to make the project open source, so people who want to contribute can also do that. And like that's because I was thinking, as you suggested yesterday, to maybe make it open source when it's ready, but I like that idea even more, to make it open source now so people could contribute to it. So yes, I will do that after today's stream. Thank you for that idea, that's a really nice one. Yeah, I'm gonna make a featured article card get a wrapper, featured article card wrapper, and the wrapper will so the wrapper won't have any padding then, but the wrapper will have width of I have to give it margin left minus 80 pixels. But now I have to figure out how I'm really thinking how to solve this CSS problem at the moment, because we want that to overflow. So actually let's do it that way. The wrapper will be as it is, and now the content will take care of the negative margin. Will provide my GitHub username also, yes. I'm gonna add a note for myself. So these are my stream notes. GitHub username, share in description. I'm gonna share the link to the project in the description of the stream. Really nice to have someone else here doing it with me. Anyways, we're gonna have feature article card wrapper and feature article cards, and the cards will have display flex width will be calculated 100% plus 80 pixels, and you're gonna see now why plus 80 pixels, because I'm gonna make it have margin left minus 80 pixels. I'm gonna give it background color white at the moment, just to test it out, and let's see if it even works. I mean, I may have ideas, but we have to check them out also. It's also one of the things I really like about front-end development. You can check out what you do all the time. So my plan didn't work at the moment. Why did it not work? Okay, I'm gonna make it 100%. Our content shouldn't shrink. So let's see. This is the wrapper, and this is. Oh no, it works. It works. It seems. Yeah, it's just that the height is too big at the moment. So everything's cool here. So I'm gonna, let's change it to block at the moment. I don't like that the height of this block is 100%. It should be based on the content. Let's change it to inline flex. It doesn't work. I'm gonna give it just align. I'm gonna give wrapper align item center, and let's see what else we can do. Because my goal here is to get the width of the featured article card to not be 100%. It shouldn't be. So align items. I did the same mistake yesterday. It's align items center, and ta-da, it works. Oh, I'm a genius. Not. So now we have this overlaying part here. Let's make it black to flex. I'm gonna give it padding of 50 pixels. Box sizing will be border box. Yes, and now we have the wrapper for the feature part. Let's also create this overlay background here. So that will be done. It should be done quite easily. We're gonna use pseudo elements. And before I'm gonna add the content. Let's add position relative to the parent element, and now the position of the pseudo element will be position absolute. It will have 100% of width and 100% of height. Background color. Now that's interesting because the background color should come from constants. Color. Did my auto import not work? Yep, auto import doesn't work. Can we import it? No, we have to import it manually. So let's import it manually. So it's under constants. Should work now. Yep. I'm gonna give it. So now we wanted to just peek out from here. So let's give it like 10 pixels of top and 10 pixels of left. I'm gonna make it set index -1. Actually, I'm gonna give it set index 0 and give set index 1 to its parent. Doesn't work like that. So okay, it seems that the content, okay, yeah, because the content here is inside feature card article, then we cannot do it that simply. The set indexes don't work like that. So basically it seems we need another div here inside featured article card that will be the actual like the white part. Because I can set whatever set index to the pseudo element, but it will always be inside featured article cards. So I'm gonna create another div to basically be the white part of the dot card. So I'm gonna have another component, style component, called featured article card content, and basically it's gonna take many of the styles from its parent. So I'm gonna remove background color, I'm gonna remove padding, I'm gonna remove box sizing, and that's it, I guess. And featured article cards content will have many of the styles that we defined before. It will be it will be display flex, it will be with thank you, yeah, Rajesh, thank you for being here with me. Genuine thank you for helping me. I'll be streaming for like half an hour, but have a nice night, have a good night, and see you soon. Yeah, featured article card content has display flex with 100%. Height will be auto. What else? Margin left will be gone. Background color, yes, we need background color. Padding. Okay, that should work. Let's see. Please work, please work, please work. Featured article card content. And that needs a set index 1 and I guess position position relative, because set index needs positioning, otherwise it won't work. And yes, we got it to work. So we needed the wrapper, we needed the card. So the wrapper was needed to actually, I'm thinking, do we even need the wrapper? Because if featured article wrapper has display flex and align items center, then can we just lose the wrapper? Let's see. I'm just gonna try it out because we don't want to have unnecessary HTML elements. Yep, we don't need the wrapper. It works. That was nice though, to have a wrapper. So let's feature article card content. That's nice, nice and simple. So now we have the card ready. Now I guess it would make sense to do some refactoring because the part is getting quite big already. So I'm gonna move featured article card content and featured article cards to a separate component. So the card component will be made. And I'm gonna call it featured article card.js. Sorry. I'm gonna copy this file so it's easier for me. What do we need? Well, actually the only thing we will need is React style and color. And from that part we can remove lots of code from here. So this is the part we're interested in. Okay. So we are creating just a simple functional React component that takes in some data. Featured article card, and I guess we can rename it to be more universal. So for example, let's make it what would be a good name? Featured article cards, but essentially it's like featured content. it doesn't have to be an article. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it featured article card. I'm thinking out loud. Featured article card. Featured article card. So we need to change some names. And actually we don't even need this featured article because we are already inside featured article card. Let's keep it like that. But okay, featured article card. Yep, like that. And the card will be imported here. Now we can remove some stuff from here. Featured article card. I'm gonna just import it in. At the moment I'm gonna make it really dumb. We can hello Adrian. Nice to see you here. So if you don't know who Adrian is, then well, you should know. He's a fellow YouTuber, also does awesome tutorial videos, and he actually helped me to design this blog. He joined with some of the sessions and helped me to come up with ideas on how to improve the blog. So really nice to have you here, Adrian. Congratulations on the dev.2 article that went viral. It got shared. I was just scrolling in Facebook and I saw Adrian's article being featured by the dev.2. Okay, I'm trying to during streaming it's so easy to get carried away, like you to talk about stuff that maybe you shouldn't, or but what I mean is that yesterday also I got carried away with different topics and stopped coding, so I try to not do that anymore. But definitely, yeah, we have really smart people in YouTube, and you should like find your favorite people. And also, as a new YouTuber, it's really nice to have like inspiring people around me. And Adrian joining this stream is a good example of how supportive people are in YouTube and the community. Adrian, can you talk about how you would solve this problem? As you mentioned, the code for this one is quite different that you would do. I guess the thing with frontend is that you can basically approach, I don't know, in so many different ways on how to solve problems. It's like, it's the thing you really can like or hate. I know many backend developers don't like CSS, for example, because there's no right or wrong answer. You just have to choose the best way to go with. But anyways, now we have the card content wrapper. Now I'm gonna add the title, const card title, and that will be a styled span, although it may also be an H1, I guess. Actually it should be H1, because well, if it's a featured article, then this is the most important part of the page, so let's make it H1. It will have 100% width. Auto will height will be auto. I'm gonna make it display inline block. I'm gonna give it no margin at the moment. The font size will be 36 pixels, and it will be bold. What's the font weight for bold for Roboto? Let's see, font weight. Let's try 600. let's see if it even works. Card title, and now we can have it the title here. So let's see. Yes, font weight should be bigger, I guess. Okay, seems like I don't have different font weights installed. Package JSON, Robota, typeface Robota. Okay, I have to install another font. Google Fonts Robota. Let's see. I'm gonna move over this part and figure it out off the stream and let you know tomorrow. I just don't want to waste time on those small things at the moment. So I'm gonna add another to-do here. So Adrian said that for the card part, 2-pack overlays and stuff, he would personally do 2 divs with a flex of 1, and the right one would have a margin of 60 pixels and minus 60 pixels on the left. That's also a great idea. Actually, I even like it more because it's more simple. Let's see. Featured cards. Yeah, I did with calculations, but yeah, I guess if you look at the featured article component as a whole, then Adrian's suggestion would make more sense and makes more sense. But at the moment, I've done it so that the content doesn't have to be overlaid on the right side. That's a. Oh no, I still have it. Yeah, the wrapper still has minus 80 pixels margin. But yeah, I actually like Adrian's idea even more, because that way he wouldn't have to play around that much with calculations. But I'll keep it like that. So try Adrian's approach. Because in the end, during the streams, I'm adding tons of to-dos that I'm gonna fix before the next stream. Because yeah, some of the things may take longer, and I don't want to waste the time of the stream for that. That said, I'm gonna finish this title part and then cut off the stream because it's getting quite long. But tomorrow you will get to see how I completed the other parts also. So we need to add some background for the card title. That's an interesting one, actually. I don't even know how to do it. It'd be easy to have like 2 spans in the title, or like colored text. So you have something like is simply lorem ipsum is simply and now on the next line we have color text again, and this color text is something that has a background. If it was all in a single line, then you could actually do it with pseudo elements, I think. Okay, let's try the one with pseudo elements first, and then we'll see. So I'm gonna create the pseudo element. I'm gonna give it width 100%, height 20 pixels, for example, add background color to it, and see what happens. I'm missing something. Maybe it's... And also I need position absolute. Yeah, but what I thought, we cannot have like multi-line text with that approach. Interesting how to... So as you can see, we can have the text, but if I want to make it multi-line, I wonder what happens. Yeah, that doesn't work. We cannot have multi-line text like that. That's a nice problem to have. The moment I would go with... I don't even know. as Adrian said, that bit seems interesting. Yeah, I'll go with color text approach at the moment. Colored text, so that each line will have its own color text. Is simply text content, and basically what it does, it just adds a background. So color text will be styled span, and we're gonna copy some styles, and let's see if it even works like that. Yep, but now the multi-line works. So but as we can see, there's still some things that set the index. Are we gonna have the same problem again that we had before? No. Now it's good. Let's make it, let's position those elements. And line height should be bigger. I'm gonna just try. What's it here? So it's let's make it 125. Also, we want the width to be just a bit bigger than 100%, because see this, oh no, we want the left. No, we don't want it to be bigger, but we want the left value to be more than 0. So on the right side, the background will go over. Too much. Let's make it 10. And now there are many problems I wasn't expecting today. So I'm gonna add another to do. Think about a more dynamic approach for multi-line, because the content will be dynamic, so we need to figure out something how to how to have the background for the text. So I gathered some to-dos for this stream, but yeah, I'm gonna stop here. But guys, first Rajesh and Adrian, thank you for jumping in. We didn't get done as much as I would have liked to, but we got to explore some interesting issues, and this is what development is all about. You can make plans, but many times those plans don't work out because unexpected things come out. That said, I will continue working on the project, and see you tomorrow when we are going to continue building this blog. Thank you, and definitely also, if you haven't done so, subscribe to the channel. And I'm gonna also open source this project. So many things to say. Anyways, thank you and bye.